Hello everybody, Chad Morgenthaler here with the Jasper Engines and Transmissions recap of Lake Champlain in Plattsburgh, New York. One of my favorite lakes to fish. It's full of largemouth and smallmouth, and depending on what time of year that you're there will dictate which species you actually need to fish for to do well in the tournament. It's one of those lakes that's got so many fish in it that if you catch 14 pounds a day, which normally is very good, yeah, you're going to finish like 75th, which is no good. And then if you can catch 16 pounds each day, you're going to finish in the top 30. And it's just the way that it goes. It's going to be a really close event. I know this going on. So I'm not really sure. We're in that time frame where either one of them can play. It's really a unique situation because the water level is high because of all the rain that they've had. So I checked some of the areas that I know for largemouth that can produce the larger fish, and I ended up finding really good concentration of largemouth in a small area, and it's in a northern part of the lake called Missisquoi Bay. And it was in the river systems actually where it was, and I targeted these fish just flipping laydowns and trees and stumps with missile baits D-bomb. Now I catch fish on this green pumpkin magic color all over the nation, but up north they seem to really like it well. And I just would team it with Rain's tungsten 5/16 ounce weight, 20-pound gamma edge fluorocarbon, of course my Lew's flipping stick 711 extra heavy, and my Super Duty reel. And the day that I found these fish, I knew I could do well with them if there wasn't too much traffic. The other way that you're going to catch smallmouth is drop shotting. So during the event, I started out fishing for largemouth up in the Missisquoi Bay. Caught a limit really quickly, just couldn't generate a big bite. I could catch some 2 3/4 to 3 pounders, but I need that 4+ pound bite, and it just never came for me the first day. I ended up with 14.5 pounds, not really where I wanted to be. The next day, I knew that area had been fished out, so I went smallmouth fishing. Now, I knew the lake fairly well, and I fished a lot of areas that I hadn't even practiced on, and luckily I found them, and I caught a lot of smallmouth that day. I ended up with just shy of 17 pounds, but it wasn't enough to do me what I needed to do, move me up quite far enough. I moved up a bunch, but I caught all my fish on a drop shot rig with a 5/16 ounce, quarter and 5/16 ounce Rain's tungsten drop shot weight, a number 1 split shot drop shot hook, 6-pound test line, and a Missile Baits 48 in this cinnamon purple color worm, and I would nose hook it, and they would absolutely blast it. I must have caught 75 or 80 fish on that final day. It was an absolute blast. So anyway, if you get a chance, you got to check out Lake Champlain no matter what. And there you all have it, your Lake Champlain recap.